Hello and welcome to ecoAmerica's 5th Annual American Climate Leadership Awards. I'm Meighen Speiser, Executive Director of ecoAmerica. Thank you for joining. We're here to celebrate, honor, and reward the achievements of outstanding leaders and organizations working to ensure we have a safe and thriving future in a healthy world. This is such an important time. Each of these finalists have demonstrated success in engaging a broader diversity of people in communities nationwide for climate preparedness, resilience, action, advocacy, and justice. They're working at local, regional, and even national levels in ways that are replicable. So any of you watching today can learn from and model their success. I'm sure you'll feel as inspired by their accomplishments as I am. So let's kick things off. Please join me in welcoming award-winning news anchor and director of Planeta Tierra at Telemundo News Network, Vanessa Hauc. Joining too is author, journalist, climate champion, and founder of Third Act, Bill McKibben. Bill, over to you.
Friends, what a pleasure to join you on this occasion. American Climate Leadership Awards are a wonderful institution, and this year more important than ever, because we've just come through the hottest year in human history, really in human prehistory, the hottest year in the last 125,000 years. So we have no time to waste. And that's why it is always so good to see the extraordinary amount of energy, innovation, leadership, creativity, drive, passion that these processes stir up, the extraordinary stories going on across this country that ecoAmerica finds as people begin to move society to real climate solutions. That movement has to come fast now, very fast. This is a time-limited test, but we can do it as long as we work together to make it happen, and as long as we work together in bold, committed, defiant, powerful ways. These awards are always a part of that. The 10 finalists this year represent extraordinary, effective models of climate engagement and climate action, from the local level to the national level, that we all can learn from. And I gotta say, there may be nobody who is happier always to see this extraordinary creativity than me. I wrote the first book about climate change 35 years ago this year. And back then it was a lonely business trying to get people to pay attention. Now there are so many of us in this fight. It is a fight, but it's a fight that we can win. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Vanessa Hauc from Telemundo Network, and I'm so excited to be here today. I can't wait to share the finalists with you. These individuals and organizations are putting their hearts and souls into solving climate change. But first, I want to recognize the ecoAmerica team and supporters who have made these awards happen. And also, I would like to recognize the outstanding selection committee members who had the exciting and challenging job of selecting the finalists, runner-up, and winner. Thank you. ecoAmerica's work to mobilize Americans for climate action is vital and effective. Through networks of health, faith, and local community partners, ecoAmerica is engaging millions of Americans who are concerned about climate change and want to make a difference in their daily life, just like you. Because did you know that well over 70% of Americans are concerned about climate change, but very few think others around them are concerned? There is so much we can and need to do to act on climate solutions, and we can do it. We can invite family, friends, colleagues, congregants, and our communities to do what they can and when they can for climate action. The American Climate Leadership Award finalists are showing us how to do just that. And that's why we hold the American Climate Leadership Awards, to recognize the great work of people and organizations in local communities nationwide who are broadening participation in climate action. The awards show how each of us can be part of the solution to our changing climate, regardless of where we live. In my job at Telemundo Network, we're reporting weekly, if not daily, stories of climate pollution, injustice, and destruction. Climate change is impacting people all over our planet, including right here at home. It is particularly impacting our neighbors who live in underserved communities. The good news is that there has been an incredible increase of momentum for solutions, especially over the past year. The American Climate Leadership Awards show us that all of us can make a difference in bringing about the solutions that we need. The 10 finalists represent extraordinary, effective models of climate engagement and action, especially at the local level, that we can all learn from and model. Through the American Climate Leadership Awards, ecoAmerica offers $175,000 in financial rewards and national recognition to exemplary climate leaders and organizations building public support and political resolve for climate solutions. And in just a few moments, we'll bestow a special Climate Honor Award for a unique and important individual effort that has made a difference in moving society to climate solutions. But first, here is how the awards work. Individuals and organizations across America submitted applications last fall for these 2024 awards. Semi-finalists were selected based on their effectiveness and their replicability. Each of the semi-finalists is receiving $1,000 and is producing a how-to guide that help other individuals and organizations like you who are here today who want to follow their footsteps. The selection committee rated each of the semi-finalists on key criteria to determine the 10 finalists for the 2024 America Climate Leadership Awards. The criteria included effectiveness, replicability, innovation, and whether and how the effort was broadening participation beyond the current climate movement. Here are our 10 outstanding finalists in alphabetical order: CivicSpark, Climate Resolve, Clinicians for Climate Action, Elected Officials to Protect America, Faith Alliance for Climate Solutions, Girl Plus Environment, Green Umbrella, Harbor Sea Change, Physicians for Social Responsibility LA, the Climate Initiative. And now, let's learn a little more about each of the 10 finalists from the finalists themselves.
Hi, I'm Mamie Murray, Recruitment Manager for CivicSpark, an AmeriCorps program powered by CivicWell. We're based in Sacramento, California, and operate throughout California, Colorado, and Washington State. CivicSpark's mission is to build local public sector capacity to address entrenched and emerging resilience issues, while serving as a social purpose career accelerator for future leaders and fostering lasting community engagement. We are proud of the growth and impact CivicSpark has had. Over the past 10 years, more than 1,000 fellows have provided nearly 1.1 million hours of service for a value of over $35 million to local communities. And our program keeps equity at the forefront. Our Racial Equity Action Plan has served as a model for other AmeriCorps programs. We are excited to be expanding into the United States Southeast, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico in the fall of 2024.
My name is Selena Malgoza, and I'm the Climate Solution Analyst here at Climate Resolve. We are a Los Angeles-based nonprofit in California working with frontline communities impacted by climate change. Since launching in 2010, we have connected with communities, organizations, and policymakers to address a global issue with local action. The Ready for Tomorrow program is a no-cost grant writing assistance program for disadvantaged communities. In the past 4 years, Ready for Tomorrow has helped win $24 million in grant awards. We have helped the city of Moreno Valley, Rialto, San Fernando, the Fernandino Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, and the Tongva Tarahat Pahava Conservancy with applying to and winning climate grant awards. By providing no-cost grant writing assistance, we can address an environmental justice issue, improving climate justice and equity for communities that need it the most.
Climate change is a public health and health equity crisis. It disproportionately harms people of color and lower-income communities. Healthcare organizations contribute 8.5% of the greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. we have a shared responsibility to change the way we practice medicine. Health professionals are effective messengers positioned to lead and advance solutions. We used community organizing principles to bring together like-minded colleagues and challenged our system to decarbonize operations. Our healthcare system signed the White House Health Sector Climate Pledge, committing to be carbon neutral by 2050. In 2022, the UPMC Center for Sustainability opened its doors. In 2023, it released a climate plan to take us to zero emissions. We have engaged hundreds of employees who are participating in quality improvement projects at several hospitals. These projects are decreasing our negative environmental impact, generating cost savings, and maintaining high standards of patient care. Our model is replicable. Other healthcare systems and organizations can follow our path to sustainability. Healthcare sustainability is a yes conversation and a reason for optimism.
Hello, climate leaders. My name is Christian Brock. I'm the CEO of Elected Officials to Protect America. EOPA is a network of current and former elected officials working together to protect our planet and democracy. I'm excited to introduce EOPA's Climate Emergency and Energy Security Task Force, which is uniting lawmakers, tribal leaders, and community groups in over 34 states to tackle the climate crisis and advance environmental justice by collaborating to connect the billions of dollars available in the Inflation Reduction Act to the projects and programs that benefit justice-forwarded communities. Our goal? Inclusive action against climate change. This is more than a project. This is a movement towards a future where today's actions define a better tomorrow. We invite you to join us because together we can make a difference for our planet and people.
The Faith Alliance for Climate Solutions, or FACS, creates sustained opportunities for people of all faiths and people belonging to no formal religion to meaningfully impact climate change and climate injustice in their local communities. I'm Kris, Executive Director of FACS. We have built a powerful interfaith grassroots advocacy movement involving more than 220 faith communities and over 2,900 activists. We coordinate local advocacy through our 8 hubs and build new hubs throughout Virginia. Teams meet frequently with local elected officials and their staff, testify before county boards, and organize direct action campaigns. As a result of these trusted relationships, FACS was asked by Fairfax County to lead implementation of its community-wide energy and climate action plan. In Arlington, FACS volunteers were instrumental in the jurisdiction committing to buying only electric buses in the future. When necessary, our advocacy requires demonstrations, for example, against natural gas pipelines and expansion of data centers. We help congregations model their climate actions that FACS promotes for local policy. We assist them to increase energy efficiency of their buildings and strive to be carbon neutral and zero waste. Our youth and adult programs motivate personal actions such as waste cleanup and diet changes and promote environmental justice. FACS works because justice, stewardship, and reverence are core to all faiths, and these are essential to effective climate action. Grounding FACS in core values of faith traditions creates reasons for advocates to keep showing up and elected leaders to pay attention.
Hi, my name is Diamond Spratling, and I am the Executive Director for Girl Plus Environment. We are a nonprofit based in Atlanta, Georgia, with the mission to educate, to engage, and empower Black and Brown women to stand up for climate and environmental issues that are happening in their own communities. Over the last several years, we've had the opportunity to train, to mobilize, and empower our community of women of color to be able to submit public comment, to show up to public hearings, and also motivate their own neighborhoods and their families to also stand up for equitable energy policy. What we're doing is trying to build power from the ground up to ensure that those who are most impacted by things like inequitable energy access, energy burden, are the ones that are a part of the decision making from all kinds of levels. And so our training has been so impactful to make sure that our community feels motivated and has the self-efficacy to be able to stand up for issues that impact them daily, including their health and their well-being.
I'm Ryan Mooney Bullock, the Executive Director of Green Umbrella. Greater Cincinnati's Regional Climate Collaborative. We lead cross-sector collaboration to accelerate climate action with over 230 member organizations across 10 counties in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Our work is helping reduce emissions, create and protect thriving green space, build a resilient and equitable local food system, and support communities to take action on their environmental priorities. One way we are accomplishing this is by providing capacity and technical assistance to communities and governments to design and implement their climate planning processes. We are currently working directly with 23 communities and are helping develop our first regional sustainability playbook. We ensure climate justice and equity are central pillars of this work by incorporating community-led engagement and project development from day one. Thank you, ecoAmerica, for this opportunity and for being a champion of the climate movement.
Hello, I'm Dr. Caleb Dresser, and I'm joining you from Harvard's Sea Change in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm excited to share some of our work here over the past few years in collaboration with teams at AmeriCares and Climate Central. Our mission has been to take information about how climate change is impacting our health and our healthcare system, and to turn that into useful, actionable materials for frontline clinics. One of the signature accomplishments of this program has been the development of the Climate Resilience for Frontline Clinics Toolkit in collaboration with AmeriCares, which provides action-oriented materials for patients, clinicians, and clinic administrators to deal with heat waves, hurricanes, floods, and fires. These materials have now been piloted in 24 clinics, downloaded nearly 13,000 times, and are in the process of being redeveloped for use in the Philippines and Cyprus.
My name is Marta Dina Arguello. I'm the Executive Director of Physicians for Social Responsibility, Los Angeles, where we boldly fight alongside with communities to bring the credible voice of health professionals to community-based struggles to address the legacy of contamination, pollution, poverty, and racism that impacts frontline communities. Together, we created the Standing Together Against Neighborhood Drilling Coalition, who won an incredibly powerful victory in the city of Los Angeles when the city declared oil a non-conforming land use. We took that momentum from the victory in Los Angeles by creating a statewide coalition, the Visión Coalition, and working alongside our partners throughout the state of California, passed a bill declaring that all oil, we will have setbacks of 2,500 feet around all existing oil wells. We continue to fight to make that victory a real victory and fight the power of the fossil fuel industry.
Our goal is to educate and empower youth towards climate action. We empower youth through their educators with the Learning Lab modules. I am really fortunate to be able to work with students one-to-one and watching the transformation as they go through those labs. Climate change has no boundaries. It is a global problem. In this small little town, we were able to make change. We are in 24 countries and are educating over 150,000 students with our modules.
From a student perspective, it's really inspiring to see how many educators are so excited to get climate education into the door.
I think intergenerational conversations are the only way we're going to solve this. We have the older generation that is creating structure for students to actually be engaged, and young people provide the passion and really the desire to make a better future for themselves and their families.
Wow, how inspiring. What an amazing pool of finalists. Thank you all for the hard and important work and dedication to the most important issue of our times. Each of these finalists will receive a trophy and a recognition to showcase their climate work. They will also receive at least $10,000. These finalists have been very patient today because they know more is coming. So now it's time to announce the American Climate Leadership Award runner-up and winner. The runner-up will receive a total of $25,000 and the winner will receive a total of $50,000. I'm here with Bob and Meighen, and we are so pleased to announce that the 2024 American Climate Leadership Award runner-up receiving $25,000 is Elected Officials to Protect America. Congratulations.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and honored guests, my name is Christian Brock, CEO of Elected Officials to Protect America. I stand before you today with heartfelt gratitude and a spirit ignited by the shared vision that has brought us together. As we accept this incredible opportunity to align with ecoAmerica's mission, I'm reminded of the profound responsibility we carry as stewards of our planet and advocates for justice. Elected Officials to Protect America, or EOPA, has set forth ambitious goals that deeply resonate with ecoAmerica's commitment to justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, or as we say, our JEDI principles. Our collective aim is not only to address the climate crisis, but to do so in a manner that uplifts and empowers the most vulnerable among us, our Justice 40 communities. EOPA's first goal is to mobilize lawmakers, tribal leaders, and stakeholders to ensure that the transformative potential of the Inflation Reduction Act reaches those who need it the most. This aligns seamlessly with ecoAmerica's belief that everyone has the right to live in a world secure from the threat of climate crisis and injustice. In facilitating connections between lawmakers and various partners, we are embodying ecoAmerica's principle of rejecting oppression blindness. We acknowledge past complicity and recognize privilege, striving to dismantle systems of racism and oppression that manifest in environmental policy. Our goal to achieve significant greenhouse gas reductions through equitable means speaks directly to the vision of a clean energy economy that supports education, health, justice, jobs, and prosperity for all. The impact and outcomes of our national summit are testaments to the power of collaboration and the urgency of our cause. We made strides in bringing awareness and resources to tribal nations, connecting innovative projects with financing, and setting a stage for a model of sustainable development that can and will inspire the nation. As we move forward, let us pledge to act as solidarity as allies, to listen actively, to educate ourselves, and renew our commitment to anti-racism and anti-bigotry. Let us ensure that our discussions, plans, and actions include and equitably serve all communities, particularly those who have faced systemic exclusion. We are stronger together. We know our work will be more impactful when we embrace the diversity of voices and abilities that guide our strategy and inform our actions. This journey is a work in progress. We pledge to be faithful to the cause, defending and advancing this long overdue work. In unity with ecoAmerica's mission and principles, we at the EOPA are ready to rise to the challenge. Together, we can build public support and political resolve for climate solutions that honor our planet and its inhabitants. Thank you for entrusting us with this mission. Let us proceed with courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. Thank you again.
Thank you, Christian, and everyone involved for your fantastic work. Congratulations. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for, the announcement of the winner of this year's award. The 2024 American Climate Leadership Award winner, receiving $50,000, and the top recognition is Climate Resolve. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Kris, Eclarino, Senior Technical Manager at Climate Resolve, attending on behalf of our Ready for Tomorrow team. We are deeply honored to accept this year's American Climate Leadership Award. And first, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to ecoAmerica and their staff for the award. It's been my pleasure to share this room with the finalists who have impressed me so much with their meaningful climate programs. I also wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to Climate Resolve's Ready for Tomorrow team, namely Samantha, Selena, Maddie, Seth, Natalie, and Jonathan. It's wonderful to work with such a dedicated and talented group of individuals. Our Ready for Tomorrow program has been a success thanks to the simple act of doing what every climate activist should do, and that is to listen. We listened and sat with staff members from under-resourced cities, from local tribes and community-based organizations, listening to their needs, and then we acted. Our partners are on the front line of experiencing climate change. Moreover, they have been historically underinvested, which has made them further sensitive to climate change impacts. Through their own lived experiences, these communities are experiencing warmer summers, severe flash floods, and frequent wildfire events. It's been an honor and incredibly rewarding to work in partnership with these communities to co-develop and pursue lasting resilient solutions. Meaningful collaboration between frontline communities and climate practitioners can make a difference and help communities obtain the resources they need to adapt to climate change. As I reflect on this moment, I am reminded of the responsibility that comes with such a recognition. As a manager of Climate Resolve's Ready for Tomorrow program, I am committed to continuing to uplift and empower my team so we can continue working together with our partners to put forth competitive and compelling grant proposals. I want to again express my deepest gratitude to ecoAmerica and to each of our partners with whom we have worked throughout the years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, elected officials to Protect America and Climate Resolve, and to all the inspiring finalists. Now, let's turn this over to Bob Perkowitz, president of ecoAmerica, for a special award.
Thanks, Vanessa, Bill, Meighen, and to the extended ecoAmerica team and our supporters for making these awards so successful. Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Perkowitz from ecoAmerica. I also really need to thank our 30 semifinalists and all the entrants to the 2024 American Climate Leadership Awards. I get to read all the applications, and I have to say it's quite heartwarming to see so many people and groups working to secure a safe, healthy, thriving planet for us all. Amongst it all, some of us have been truly exceptional in their work on climate, years of sustained, effective effort that moves all of America closer to climate solutions. We created a special Climate Honors Award to honor one of these individuals each year, and for 2024, we're honoring Katharine Hayhoe. Katharine Hayhoe is first off a renowned scientist. Her climate work has been published in 125 plus peer-reviewed papers and reports, including the U.S. Global Change Research Program's National Climate Assessments. In addition, she has led climate impact assessments for a broad range of cities and regions, from Chicago and California to the entire U.S. The findings of these studies have been presented to Congress, state and federal agencies, and used to guide climate planning across the country. Katharine is now Chief Scientist for the Nature Conservancy, as well as a distinguished professor at Texas Tech University. Her TED Talk has over 4 million views, and her best-selling book, Saving Us, A Climate Scientist's Case for Hope and Healing in a Divided World, helps us all find common ground on climate change. In particular, she helps bring faith in climate together and make the realities of climate change approachable with the Science Moms campaign. Katharine is truly indefatigable, everywhere, all the time, helping us move forward toward climate solutions. And I need to thank her again for being a great friend and a supporter of ecoAmerica and our work. Amongst her busy schedule, she has spoken at several of our American Climate Leadership Summits. Amongst all this, what I like best about Katharine is her positive, can-do, can-get-it-done passion. People respond to good things and avoid bad things. All of us working to move society to climate solutions still have a lot to learn from her. Here's Katharine in action.
Let's say you want to convince somebody who is not in that 7%, but rather in the bottom half of the percent. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'll be like the uncle at Thanksgiving who doesn't believe in any of this stuff, who thinks it's a bunch of liberal garbage and says the climate is the climate and the Earth has been going through these cycles for thousands of years, and there's nothing we can do about it. What do you say to that person?
Well, first of all, you got to address what he said, and I would simply say that's not true. According to natural cycles, we should be getting cooler right now, and instead we're getting warmer. But don't take a breath. Immediately pivot to something that he might care about. Uncle, what was your name again? Uncle?
Ernie.
Uncle Ernie. Mm-hmm. Uncle Ernie, did you know that China is beating the pants off the United States when it comes to clean energy? Are you okay with that? Because I'm not.
Well, the hell I am. No, I'm not okay with that at all. We got to beat the Chinese at everything, even checkers.
Exactly. And you know where we have the most wind and the most solar energy potential? Right up the middle of the country where you live, Uncle Ernie.
You're saying we got the most wind of anybody?
That's right.
Well, that's good news.
It is. And you know what? We have the biggest Army base in the U.S. in Texas. And it gets almost half of its power from clean energy, and it is saving us tens of millions of taxpayer dollars. I love that. Don't you, Uncle Ernie?
I do love that. I do love that. Now, what are we going to do about the Mexicans?
Give them jobs putting up those wind turbines and solar panels.
Uncle Ernie is very, very difficult. I better take off the hat.
Katharine, fantastic. Thank you for your climate leadership. We are pleased and honored to present you with ecoAmerica's American Climate Leadership Honors Award for 2024.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you, ecoAmerica. I feel like I've been part of your journey since the beginning, and I've watched how you've spread the awareness of climate risks and understanding of the benefits of climate action throughout civil society across this country, including so many areas near and dear to my own heart, like healthcare and faith communities. So I am beyond honored to accept ecoAmerica's Honors Award this year. And I want to do so not only on my own behalf, but that of so many other individuals and organizations and scientists like me who understand that what's at stake is nothing less than our shared future. And that is very much worth fighting for. The urgency of the climate crisis can't be overestimated. In fact, the way that the US military talks about it is as a threat multiplier. In other words, whatever else we care about, whether it's poverty, justice, inequity, or more, we can't fix any of these problems if we leave climate change out of the picture. Climate change is the hole in the bucket, making every single one of these issues worse. Our end goal is not fixing climate change. It is the hurdle that we must overcome on our way to a better future. And no matter who we are, no matter what differences we may perceive between ourselves and others who share our homes, our cities, our states, our countries, we all want that better future for ourselves and the people we love. And today, climate change threatens that future. I live in Texas, where just this past year we've seen record-breaking wildfires, heat waves, floods, and droughts. Wherever you live, you've probably seen the impacts of climate change too, affecting the people and places and things that you love. In the face of this daunting challenge, though, I'm also constantly reminded of the resilience and determination of humanity. We have the knowledge, we have the innovation, and I'm convinced we have the spirit to confront this crisis head on. We cannot do it ourselves as individuals, but I know that we can do it together. And that is why collective action, bold leadership, and the unwavering commitment from across society is so important. I'm a climate scientist, and so people often say, well, can't you climate scientists just fix this? No, we can't do it alone. I have spent my life studying how climate change affects us so we can build resilience. I show the difference between a future where we continue to depend on fossil fuels versus one where we transition to clean energy to inform policy. I communicate about the risks of climate change to the people, places, things that we love, and the benefits of climate action, both here and now as well as in the future. But I can't do any of what I do without the engineers, the business people, the medical professionals, the lawyers, the artists, the creatives, the storytellers, the children, the grandparents, people from across society. Again, we can't do this alone, but we absolutely can do it together. We can do it together when we engage people in dialogue, when we start with the heart rather than the head, when we show people that who they are is already the perfect person to care. As long as they're just a human being living on this planet, they already have everything they need to care about climate change. And that's why I'm so grateful for what ecoAmerica does, empowering trusted national health, faith, and civic institutions, and the millions of stakeholders that they represent across America with what they need to know about how climate change affects what they already care about and what effective climate solutions look like. So through the research, the guidance, the programs, the resources, the campaigns that they produce, they are truly making a difference. And I'm so grateful for their programs, for this leadership award, and for every other organization and individual who was shortlisted, who received awards, or who's just here tonight. Thank you for everything you do. We are all in this together. When it comes to climate action, there's always more to do. And too often we focus on what hasn't been done. It's as if we're climbing the tallest mountain in the world, and we're not doing it alone. We're taking all 8 billion people along with us, and that tip of that mountain just looks so far off, and it feels like it's never getting any closer. But just as we would if we were climbing that mountain, when it comes to climate action, sometimes we need to stop, take a breath, and turn around and look at how far we've already come. Look at how the view and the landscape has changed radically over just the last 5 or 10 years. Climate action is something to celebrate. Together, I'm convinced that we can build a more sustainable, resilient, and equitable future. Let the celebration tonight be the wind in your sails, powering you to continue that vital work ahead, not only with determination and commitment, but with hope. Not a blind hope that if we just hope everything will be okay, it will be, because it won't. But with a hope powered by the knowledge that if we do something, it will make a difference. That, to me, is the definition of hope.
Thank you, Katharine, and congratulations. Kudos to our 2024 finalists, climate resolved and elected officials to protect America. And thanks to all of you who joined today's award ceremony in support. It's a great pleasure working alongside you in so many different ways to bring about just and equitable climate solutions.
Thank you, Bob. And good news. ecoAmerica will host the American Climate Leadership Awards again in 2025 for the 6th year. As before, we want to recognize and reward exceptional climate action, and we will be offering $175,000 in awards. Details to follow in the next few weeks. Please subscribe to ecoAmerica's newsletter and follow ecoAmerica on social media for more information and updates.
From ecoAmerica and our supporters, first, thank you, Vanessa. We look forward to 2025. Now let's get back out there.